Welcome back to The Great Ace Attorney. Last time, we finished Episode 1, The Adventure of the Great Departure. This time, we're going to start off with Episode 2, The Adventure of the Unbreakable Speckled Band. And it looks like we're going to be on a boat, probably. I mean, the last one was in a restaurant, so... Let's check it out. From the beginning.
狭い部屋の片隅、深い闇の中でホームズと私は息を潜めて待っていた。やがて通気口からシューシューと低くうなるような音が聞こえてきた。その瞬間、突然ホームズが飛び出して闇の一点をステッキで鋭く打ち据えた。見たかワトソン。ホームズの張り詰めた声が空気を震わす。私がランプの遮光板を上げると部屋の情景がぼんやり浮かび上がった。ホームズは部屋の隅を睨みつけて私に向かってつぶやくように言った。被害者が死の間際に言い残したまだらの紐という謎の言葉、その恐ろしい正体こそがこいつだったのだよ、ワトソン。そこには巨大な毒蛇が牙をむき威嚇するようにとぐろを巻いていた。それは世にも恐ろしいまだらの紐だった。
So it seems like this is going to be another poisoning case, and it might involve a snake, or at least it might seem like it's going to involve one. I don't know.
それでは謎解きを始めるとしようか。この奇怪なる殺人事件、その真相をね。失礼。犯行時、扉は内側から缶抜きがかかっていた。缶抜きに細工された痕跡はない。犯行の際、この現場は完全な密室状態だったわけだ。被害者は死の間際にメッセージを残したようだ。ここに落ちているインクを使って書いたと考えられる。ロシア語。どうやら被害者はロシア人ということか。文字に全く乱れは感じられない。被害者は相当意志が強かったのだろう。見たことのない妙な文字だな。筆跡はこのメッセージとは明らかに違う。いや、これはむしろ人種が違うと断言してもいいかもしれない。札を貼ったのは犯行時間の直前、被害者自身だったようだな。ほう、これは
一体貴様は何なんだ。好き勝手しやがって。
そうです。海洋警察が到着するまで現場に手を触れず待つべきだ。
その必要はない。どうやら今から5秒以内に諸君を犯人に紹介できそうだ。
バカを言うな。殺人現場だぞ。しかも奇怪な密室殺人だ。
それでは密室の謎、その封印を解くとしましょうか。
まさかその中に犯人が。
一体君は何者なのだ。僕は大英帝国が誇る世界の名探偵なのです。シャーロック・ホームズ。もしかして知らないとか。
And there he is. By the way, the killer is totally that guy with the weird burn marks on his face, or tan marks, or whatever. Because he clearly had a foreign accent. But yeah, Sherlock Holmes seems a lot more high-tech than I'm used to, at least. I don't know, it seems like he's got some strange gadgets, like he's got some weird glasses and stuff that I was not expecting. And we're back as Naruhodo. But we're bound up, I guess, maybe? Oh my god, again? They don't suspect us again, do they? There's no way. Wait, so we're stowing away here? We're not even supposed to be here? It sounds like it might be Holmes. Or not. Actually, it might be I think we saw, what was his name? Hosuga or Hosoka or something like that. The detective guy from the last case. We saw him in that cutscene, so it might be him. Or it could be her. Seems like she doesn't have much faith in us just yet. Or don't tell me he's the victim. Oh, damn it. I knew it was too good to be true. The mentor character. There was no way he was going to stick around. Even though you can see in the little promotional artwork on the left here that they clearly kind of framed him as being a major character, and yet he's dead after the first case, so... Damn. Though somehow I get the feeling that, if Sherlock Holmes is here, assuming he's as good as he's supposed to be, he probably doesn't suspect us. That's a hell of a thing to wake up to, though. Just like, suddenly you're on a boat. You have no idea why. Well, I guess we probably do have some idea why. We just... He hasn't told us yet, but... And then his best friend is dead, so... That sucks. And that Russian sailor is probably going to end up being our victim. Or, not our victim, our killer. Wonder if we're gonna get anything like supernatural this game. Like usually there's kind of like some small element of supernatural aspects to the Ace Attorney games, but I don't know how far they'll go with that, if at all, in this one. I mean, they've already shown some pretty out-of-this-world, like, gizmos that Holmes has got on him. And I'm pretty sure I have a feeling I know which character is responsible for those, just based on, like, promotional material and such for the game. But I don't know. Don't know for sure. I'm still curious why. Like, why they needed to bring him. I guess he really wanted his help on something, but... Or maybe he had a feeling that his life was being targeted in some way, so... That made him more likely to want some backup, I guess? Yeah, because that's definitely not suspicious at all. I'm guessing Sherlock didn't tell them anything then, because there's no way that he would have told them that we were the murderer. Unless he's just not very smart. You know what? It could be that the door was already forced open before, and whoever was responsible for opening it this time is the killer. So if they just kind of pretended that it was locked and then broke it this time, then that might be our answer. But I'm still curious why Holmes would feign ignorance about that. I feel like he would figure that out if that were the case. Alright, so it seems we've got investigative stuff to do. We've also got the court record. So we've got our school badge still. Let me see. I don't think we have a Sogi with us anymore, which means that we might get different dialogue here. Actually, no, I remember seeing this before. But this, on the other hand, this is something interesting. The seal Asogi slapped over the wardrobe door. It's unknown if it can be read by any of the Russian sailors. Well, Russia is pretty close to Japan, so it wouldn't surprise me at all if there was some Russian guy who knew Japanese. I guess we could examine it. Let's examine the back first. There's traces of the glue we used to paste the seal to that wardrobe. Mash up boiled rice into a sticky paste, huh? And that says do not open. It's so stoically offered. I mean, I guess it would be like his last words to you, so... as mundane as it is, it's not something you would want to forget. So we've got Asogi there. Lost his life on his way to Britain to be an exchange student. Then we've got Susato Mikotoba, legal assistant who came to London as an exchange student together with Asogi. Her grace makes her the ideal Japanese lady. Actually, I wonder if the reason Mikotoba wanted Kazuma to go on an exchange program so badly was because if he got the program cancelled, then she wouldn't be able to go either. And maybe he just really cared about having her go over there. I don't know. I'm just being overly suspicious. Alright, let's ask about Asogi's death. But it's not locked now, so someone definitely opened it at some point. So I don't know who tried to open it beforehand, but they're definitely suspect. Alright. That's good to know, I guess. Also, I should probably save. That is not the correct button. Alright, so let's hear what happened. It feels like our only real connection to Susato here is going to be through Asogi. Like, it feels like we don't really have any previous, like, acquaintance whatsoever. Kind of similar to the dynamic between the partner character in Ace Attorney 1 and the main character of that game. Either he was already dead, or he was in a position where he couldn't move. We can't make any assumptions here. Okay, so it was several grown men, but we don't know who actually tried to open the door to see that it was locked. That's going to be something we're going to need to have clarified in testimony later, probably. And I have no idea what that Russian text says. Okay, I guess we can tell her about how and why we were stowed away before we touch on what happened last night, whatever that was. I guess he didn't give us much of a reason why. Okay, so he just wanted us to come along for the experience, I guess, although I don't really buy that. I think that he had some other ulterior motive. There we go. So he has some other motive, but he's not going to tell us. I see. So, I guess he wanted us to further that goal for him. I still don't think we have the full story, though. Well, she seemed to believe that okay, so far so good. Do they even have you sleeping in the wardrobe? I mean, I guess someone might come in at night, but I think that's pretty unlikely. Well, I'm sure they probably had, like, some kind of, like, sleeping pills or anesthetic in this time period, so it's not that out of the realm of possibility that this might have occurred. It'd be kind of nice if, like, Sherlock just kind of showed up and solved the whole thing for us, but somehow I get the feeling that this game would not work if that was how things were going to go down. I almost feel like he's way too powerful to have on our side, so they're either going to nerf him so he's not actually very smart, or they're going to have him be against us most of the time, or just be really secretive and always know the answer but never give it to us, that kind of thing. Well, at least that means we should be able to investigate it to our heart's content. Did she just judo throw us? Looks like it. unfortunately, we don't have anything to present. We just have this do not seal, or do not open seal, which... I mean, the only thing that I could think that this proves is that maybe the Russian sailor would have seen it, or would have not been able to read it, and so opened it and known about us in advance, but I don't know. I guess there's this, the fact that the seal was on the door? I don't know. But I don't think that means that you couldn't have put it on from... Well, actually, it might be pretty difficult to put on from both the inside, because you'd probably need to, like, pat it down a bit to make sure it sticks. And assuming you're putting it in between the doors and not just on one of the doors in advance, then... Yeah, I could totally see that being evidence. Of course, there's no way Holmes missed that. I doubt he thinks we're the killer. I would like it if we could return to normal view now instead of being upside down. Alright. I don't know about sorcery, but I mean, he could have used some kind of trick. I don't know. I mean, technically, we can't exactly, clear her as a suspect either. Like, we have to assume that she could have done it as well, even though it's extremely unlikely. Alright, let's see what we've got. First, let's save. Okay, we can talk, but that's not gonna do anything. We can present our school badge, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. Okay, yeah, we can't move anywhere. Alright, let's see what we're dealing with here. We've got this guy. We've got a whole bunch of things, so we'll start from the top left and see what we've got. This looks like a vent that somebody could have potentially entered the room through, but we'll see. I hate how inaccurate the joystick is. I wonder if I can change that at all. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I don't know. That's not gonna be anything that I can deal with right now. But I could always do this for more fine-tuned searching. Anyway. Are they gonna let me zoom in a bit? That would be nice. Oh, okay, it's just those. Yeah. Alright, what have we got here? We've got some kind of, like, hanging scroll or charm of some sort. Let's take a closer look at it. A call bell. Oh, okay, so there's a bell at the end of it. That's kind of cute. Yeah, I imagine that they don't really care about that. Okay, so we've got the bed, but we can't really examine anything about that. We can take a look at the wardrobe that we were in. I have a feeling there's more to that, though. I don't think that that's the reason why we didn't wake up. We've got a pipe here, but we can't really examine that, so... we've got some shelves there, but let's examine the desk first. Let's see if there's anything interesting in there. Also, we didn't even add the vent or anything to our evidence, so that's not good. God, she's not gonna let us read it because of his privacy. I mean, the man is dead, come on. The police are gonna read it anyway, so... I guess we'll just be behind on that. There could be some integral clue there, but we're just not gonna be able to access that clue, for the time being at least. Right, the ink spill must be from the desk. So he was writing something, and then he got interrupted and spilled his ink all over the place. And that's when he was killed. Maybe somebody came through the vent or something and stuck up behind him, or somebody was, I don't know, hiding under the bed? I don't know. But we can't examine the bed, so that's probably not going to be a clue. It seems like it was pretty easy in this case. Nobody even opened it. We will check out that message later. In fact, we'll examine the body last. We'll check this first. Yeah, I have a feeling maybe he struggled with the killer a bit. But he doesn't have any wounds on him, so I don't know. It definitely is. No, don't do that. It might be important, the fact that they were knocked over. Although, I guess... Well, we don't have cameras, so... If we could preserve how it looked beforehand, then that would be ideal, but... Hopefully the... No, didn't we already have Hosonaga or whatever? Didn't we already have him here? So maybe he already took a sketch of how it looked. But we really should not be messing with this. I don't like that we did that, but What are we gonna do? Okay, so what exactly is this? It looks like some kind of maybe like duty roster or... I don't know. Let's see. Oh, ship regulations. Well, people are animals, so I think that we broke that regulation. I mean, I guess people could be both, really. Although so far it seems like she's more of the weapon, he's more of the animal. I don't know. Okay, so what have we got to the right here? First, let's check the door, I guess. We definitely want to examine that lock. Okay, wait, what did he just say? It'd be impossible to break either out or in as long as it was latched in place. And it took multiple sailors to break it open. Yeah. If this were Detective Conan or something, they'd have the fishing wire that goes along somewhere and somehow is tied to a piano wire and... I don't know. Yeah, it seems like it. Alright, we'll talk to this guy. I don't think they're doing much of an investigation. They probably think they've caught the culprit. It kind of seemed like there might have been something there, though. And we can't examine that painting, but we can examine this wall scroll. And that does seem like what one of the things that he would carry. We've got this sword as well. And we've got something here. I'm not sure what that is. It looks like a giant pizza cutter. Actually, no, never mind. That's a bowl. And then we've got some kind of, like, spoon or something. I don't know what that is. We'll take a closer look in a minute. First, let's take a look at that sword. Ah, I see. So they're like bones and stuff, I guess. Huh. So that means somebody ate it. Presumably us, but... You know, I wonder... Maybe he was supposed to be the one who was knocked out, and the killer actually didn't know about us. And that's why this room was a mess. Alright, let's examine the tablecloth, I guess, or the table in general. That is strange. Okay, so we've got that, and those are all utensils and bones. What is this? A bell? Well, that's what it looks like. Alright, let's examine the... Well, let's examine this first. Yeah, I cannot read Russian, so... I have no idea what that says. But it looks like there's some English characters in there. Like AP, EP, O. But then there's like one or two Russian characters that I have no idea. Although it actually looks like it might be like A1 something. Something 105? I don't know. Like, it feels like they might have, like, added in lines or something. I'm not sure. Yeah. Well, no shit, Sherlock. So did she just like literally ignore everything that that Sherlock Holmes said when he was in the room in that cutscene earlier? Because it feels like he was just kind of rambling off a bunch of stuff and nobody paid any attention to anything he was saying. Seems like he didn't really talk to anybody about who the killer was. He just kind of opened the wardrobe and let us have at it, I guess. Where did he come from, actually? Fortunately, we didn't actually get to examine the traced outline of the body. So if it gives us a chance to go talk to him, then I'm not going to do that yet. Yeah, alright. So, do we have anything else going on here? We've got this. Alright. So far, nothing. We're not going to talk to him just yet. We've also got the... Oh. That counted as the whole thing, so we actually can't examine the outline, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, I guess that's everything then. Let me just do a quick once-over. Yeah, that looks like everything. Alright, let's save real quick. And we will talk to Mr. Holmes. I mean, he is kind of climbing all over the crime scene and stuff, but we really have no leg to stand on, considering we tampered with that shelf earlier, so... Although, that was all Susato, so... At least that shouldn't affect us in any way, or implicate us. Those glasses look really strange. I don't know what's going on there. I guess they're just, well, in theory, the idea is probably just that they're, kind of little microscopes that go on your eyes. But it seems like they were doing some crazy, like, sci-fi goggle stuff when in that cutscene, so I don't know. It definitely seems like something that wouldn't even exist today, honestly. Okay, hold on. Okay, so are you going to share that whole truth, or are we going to have to uncover it ourselves, or is it going to end up being wrong? Okay, this is not Sherlock Holmes. It feels like he's not going to be on the top of his game, at least in this game. But at least they know their references, because that was definitely that was the first thing he said to Watson. Except it was wrong, so... That is also wrong. I mean, it feels like they're kind of exposing the flaw with Sherlock Holmes's modus operandi, I guess, of just like jumping to huge conclusions with very little information. Alright, so he's going to be more of a goofy character rather than someone we can actually rely on to be smart, I guess. I guess he probably is just unfamiliar with Japan. That would make sense. That would be why he would jump to that conclusion. Because one thing that Sherlock Holmes lacks, I guess, is certain knowledge, I guess, relating to... Let's just say he knows a lot about some subjects and knows very little about other subjects. So it seems like just not knowing much of the difference between Japan and Russia could be something that a mistake he would make, I guess. How do we even defend against that? There's just no basis for any of it. It's just 100% all wrong. I bet that he doesn't even know that Kazuma comes from Japan. He probably assumes that he's Russian too. no. Or was he just messing around and he only knew that that part was true? I don't know. It's really hard to gauge him right now. So far, I'm not impressed. Let's just leave it at that, I guess, for now. Then again, I'm not really far enough into the Sherlock Holmes books to know whether or not he's ever wrong. Like I don't know. I don't know if he's actually ever been wrong in the books, but it seems like he would probably not just like fire off a bunch of random accusations like that with no basis whatsoever. Alright. Is there anything we can examine here now that he's looked at it? I guess not. Also, his diary. Holmes was probably reading his diary and knows certain things that we don't, so he might have been making certain assumptions involved with that. Okay, let's take a look at this. Sherlock Holmes, age 34. Investigator who is known the world over. They say he's a great detective, but I've never heard of him. And he doesn't seem very great so far. We could try presenting this and see what kind of reaction we get. I assume that he's just gonna assume that they're Russian. Because that's the one advantage we have over him, and the one reason why I'm able to be slightly forgiving of him not exactly knowing what's going on here, because he's probably never even, like, been exposed to Japan in any way, shape, or form before. Okay, never mind. Yeah, even I can't really read them, although I'm not the best at katakana, but it looks like the first one is ah, and then I can't really make out the rest. I think ah something grew, and then I can't even tell what that last one is. But I wonder, If maybe they look a lot like certain Russian characters or something. That might be part of the mystery here. Alright, so let's actually talk to him. Great detective. Air quotes. I feel like that is an actual magazine. That's the magazine that certain short stories by Arthur Conan Doyle are published in. I feel like I've heard that name, The Strand. So basically, we could assume that the character in the book is like an exaggerated version of this character. Like, the character in the book is like, what if we took this random guy who is not very good at deductions and made him actually good at deductions? Is the idea I think they're going for here. And his biographer is John H. Watson, who is now dead, so... no, he is not. Unless Dr. Watson is referring to someone else. It's referring to a certain other character who is on the cover of the game. All of this is vital information that you apparently are not paying much attention to, because if you were, you would realize that none of your theories have been correct so far. Alright, let's ask him about the incident, I guess. He might have some perspective to give on it. We'll see. We'll have to actually make some sense of it, because he's not gonna have the correct conclusions. I've pretty much lost all faith in him at this point, but maybe he'll be redeemed. We'll see. Okay, let's hear it. Okay, that's really not relevant in this situation. No. I could see why he would think that, but no. I guess he assumed he was Russian because of the Russian characters that he wrote on the ground. Wardrobe. Huh. Well, that explains why the dying message or whatever, if the killer was the one who wrote it, that explains why it was in Russian, because that means that the killer was Russian. I just assumed maybe that he'd known Russian. Maybe he studied it, but I guess not. Okay, well, I guess to someone from London, this isn't a horribly, like, awful mistake to make, because, I don't know, Russia and Japan are pretty far away. They're not exactly places that have strong ties to London, so, at least at this point in history. I don't think that's true. And she's eating it all up, of course. Okay, so they do have photographs. That's good. I have no idea what that says, unfortunately. But man, this fan translation, must have been kind of a nightmare. They not only had to translate Russian, they had to translate Japanese, English, everything. Alright, let's hear his reasoning. So it's probably not going to be all... I don't think it's going to be all wrong, in the sense that the things he's saying might apply to the real killer, but just, it's not us. So, Dmitry Demiglaski. Huh. Well, we still don't have our profile for the actual killer yet. I still don't understand what this Mr. Dmitry Demiglaski's motive for killing Asogi would have been, though. Maybe Asogi figured out it was him? I don't even know, like, at this point in time, is plastic surgery even that advanced? I don't think you could even do that at this point. I'm guessing that's where he came from. Well, hopefully we can get that article in evidence. We can actually read it ourselves. Although that was quite the coincidence for him to say that to us as his first words, and for it to be completely wrong in this case, while it was right in Watson's case. Alright, can we read that in detail? Let's see. Oh, we also got this. Okay, the Russian word for wardrobe is written here in purple ink, thought to have been written with the last of Asogi's strength. So his fist is clenched, that's one detail. I don't see anything else worth noting. Also, the one thing I really, really hate about dying messages is... Have you ever, like, actually taken something on your finger and tried to write something with it? Like, you get, like, 1 or 2 lines tops. You don't get, like, a full word's worth of writing like this. Like, it would fade out. So you would have to keep dipping your finger in the ink to continuously do that. And there's no sign that he was, like, conscious long enough to do that. But obviously that's, like, kind of metagaming. That's not, I don't think that's logic that they would use in a game like this, but still. Alright. Russian newspaper article. Revolutionary Demiglaski defecting from Russia via Shanghai route. Okay, it's not gonna let us read it in detail, but... Hold on. Okay, let me just do this. Alright. So, what have we got here? I mean, it's all Russian, so we can't read it, but we got a picture of a woman. Seems like a ballet dancer. That might be the woman from the last case. I don't know. Maybe he's tied to her in some way? I mean, it could be that all these cases are connected, I don't know. Unfortunately, the text is all Russian, so we're not gonna get much out of that, but... Anyway, let's go back to default. Okay, let's actually read this. You and me both. Yeah, well, I bet you can't read Japanese, so... Alright, have we got anything else on this page worth taking note of? Doesn't seem like it, but we've got the back, so... This might be interesting to take note of. She definitely has the same build as the girl we were dealing with before. Oh, it looks like she's wearing a crown, so she might be royalty. Alright, please do. Novavik Ballet Company goes missing. A lone girl was found missing during a ballet performance in Shanghai. There was a beautiful young ballerina named Nikomina Borshevich. Huh. I wonder... Shanghai, that sounds like the place where that, other woman was going. I forget her name. I should probably go back and try and remember that, but... Yeah, that is true. So the tiara set is not... It's not like a crown for royalty, it's actually just something that is part of her ballet costume. Alright. Well, I'm glad we got that at least. can zoom in a bit here. Don't see anything interesting, though. But that jawline and neck and everything, it's very familiar looking to me. I don't see anything else worth taking note of, though. Alright. Alright, we've already done that. Alright, let's check what he's investigated, I guess. I don't think he cares. Not that he would be able to read it anyway, because he can't read Japanese. Or maybe he can read Japanese. I guess we're about to find out. Okay. Wow, alright. So she's trying to keep up appearances in front of her superiors, I guess. Not that I would really call this guy much of a superior, from what he's shown us so far. But hey, he's got a whole game to try and impress us. Ah, so he can read kanji or hiragana and katakana, I bet, but not kanji, which makes sense. Harakiri. I feel like, isn't that where you gouge out your stomach with like knives or something? I feel like that's like a ritualistic suicide, similar to Sudoku, but more gruesome. Not Sudoku, damn it, Seppuku. I'm so used to saying Sudoku because of that. Oh, so now she's failing. That would have been after Ryunosuke fell asleep. A speckled band. So I wonder if we're actually going to be talking about a snake here, or if this is going to be something different. You know, his neck probably... It's not visible in this photo, but he might have been strangled to death. Maybe the speckled band was like some kind of jewelry, maybe a tiara or something, I don't know. I'm just kind of making things up on the fly now. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, well, it's good that we have that at least. Okay, before you do that, let's check out this journal. The last thing he wrote before reaching London, according to what he describes right before death, he saw a speckled band. 1 hour and 23 minutes after midnight, I heard a sound like a low whistle. 1 hour and 35 minutes after midnight, I saw a speckled band at the air duct. Also, we didn't, like, refute him at all. All we did was listen to him. Like, we didn't tell him that we're actually Japanese and that we're not the killer or anything. So, this is partially on us, too, but I don't feel like you'd be willing to listen. Unfortunately, I don't think we can really rely on him to go there on his own. I'd much rather actually be there when he's around so that he doesn't jump to any stupid conclusions without telling us what the evidence he examined to come to that conclusion was. Well, the fact that he's saying at the moment means that he's a little bit more open to believe that we're not the culprit. But it feels like he's a little bit too proud to admit that at this moment. Wait, what? No, you clearly said that he was the Russian revolutionary and that he'd killed 16 people and that he killed Asogi to clear his identity. Like, he clearly said that, so he's just lying now. Maybe he was just testing us, but I don't know. I feel like it's just he realized that he was wrong and then backed down super hard. But he didn't want to seem like he was wrong. I hope they actually let us. I don't know if they actually will. have a feeling we're gonna get judo thrown a lot, unfortunately. I think we're actually all done in here. Oh, there we go. We've got a new person to talk to, I guess. Oh, is this gonna be Hosonaga? Ah, there we go. I don't feel like he would be the culprit, but I have a feeling that the culprit is actually going to be the guy who had those red marks on his face, and those red marks will either come from like him having been in the air ducts, or maybe from having that speckled band or whatever wrapped around his face. I don't know. Okay, so there's nothing actually left in here to look at, as far as I can tell. Alright, so I think next time we'll talk to him. I think we've done more than enough for this time. So, until then, take care, and I will see you then. So far, we're off to an interesting start, although I'm pretty sure I know who the killer is. I have no idea how he did the deed, so there's that. So, until next time, take care, and I will see you then.